I'm Dan Larson, and this is Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Punisher in 4 or less. Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Punisher is a 6-inch action figure that can only be acquired if you happen to live near a specific chain of drugstores. Second only to CVS, Walgreens specializes in filling prescriptions and jacking up the price for cat food and paper towels because they know you don't want to make another stop on the way home. This makes them an obvious partner for an adult collector-targeted action figure based on a mass-murdering vigilante. Cat food, paper towels, and the Punisher action figure? Ooh, he looks mean. Yeah, it's for my son, Dolores. Just put it in the bag. Well, tell your son I said pew, pew, pew. If you're fortunate enough to find a location that actually stocks the figure, you'll be treated to one of the finest Punisher action figures that has ever been produced, a genuine attempt to cut right to the core of the comic book design. A simple black shirt and pants with white boots and gloves, and a utility belt that doubles as the giant teeth for the skull on his chest. Of course, they added a little bit more detail than that with a shoulder harness that has gold-painted ammo shells and some unfortunately unpainted hand grenades. While I do like the addition of the shoulder harness, it does limit the ability to put his arms all the way down by his side. If that bugs you too much, good news, it's easy to take it off and makes for an even more traditionally comic book accurate look if and when you do. My grandson Nicholas has so many comic book guys, I bet he would love this one. He looks like a pirate flag. Arrgh. Dolores, would you just put it in the bag? When Frank Castle goes to war, he goes prepared, and Hasbro made sure to pack him with everything he needs to guarantee that nothing is left of those drug-dealing thugs except a splattering of meat and potatoes. However, with a little help from the internet, I've determined that the big gun is an M60 and happens to be a belt-fed weapon, so this version of it could not contain more than 2 or 3 rounds at most. I only mention this because the RPG or bazooka that is also included has no grenade attached, which means that it isn't actually loaded. Deadpool came with the same RPG, but his had a boxing glove on the end of it, which literally means it is more lethal than this one. The third gun is a drum-fed shotgun that holds at most 12 rounds, so this Punisher that looks like he's armed to the teeth really only has 12 rounds in the shotgun, 1 or 2 rounds in the M60, the 2 grenades and 12 shells on his shoulder harness, and whatever might be in his utility belt. Is that nitpicking? Am I nitpicking? I expect you to believe that he is one of the finest Punisher figures while I nitpick a lack of ammo for tiny plastic guns? Yes, because it's the Punisher. Why is his grenade launcher white? Not to mention the fact that even if those guns had ammo, it doesn't matter because he doesn't even have trigger fingers. Where's his side holster? The Punisher always has a holster, except in some issues when artists draw him without one. And it's great that he came with 2 heads, but they don't even look like the same guy. Yeah, the one looks Jim Lee styled with a white headband, but that look needs a brown trench coat. And the second head, what's he looking at? What's over there? Why is he smirking? And every time he breaks out of jail, Batman just puts him back in again. What's he gonna learn? Dolores, Batman and the Punisher they aren't in the same would you just put it in the bag? If you're not lucky enough to live near the corner of Happy and Healthy, and you keep missing the temporary window of in-stock on Walgreens' website, then this figure is an easy pass. But if you want the best modern Punisher figure available that can be made even better with a few tweaks, like swapping out for the head that came with 2012's Epic Heroes version and the extra hands from 2015's Iron Fist painted white, then this figure is a must-have, so buy it if you see it, and if you see 2, leave 1 for the next collector. Thanks for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, share this with your friends. Let us know in the comments below if this is it. Is this the perfect Punisher figure, or do we need to try again in 2 years? I've got a little bit more kit bashing to do with mine. I just added the white holster from Giant Man Wave Nick Fury, and I bought some white paint to add those hands. Follow me on Instagram at ToyGalaxy to see the results when they're done. If they're done, whenever that is.
Cut.